Hello class, this is a video tutorial on the introduction of trigonometry. In this video we're going to be learning about identifying sides from a reference angle. Okay, so I've given these a bit of terminology and it's going to make a lot more sense once we've seen a few examples. But we need to begin here. First, we need to learn that a reference angle is the start point to identify the opposite and the adjacent. And the opposite and the adjacent are referring to sides of a particular triangle. And as you should already know, the hypotenuse is the same regardless of where the reference angle is. In case you have forgotten, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle, and it is opposite, or the hypotenuse is opposite the 90 degree. Okay, let's begin with a few examples here. Let's take a look here. Let's identify the hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent from the given right angle triangles and reference angle. Let's take a look at this first example here. Here we have a right angle triangle with sides A, B, and C, and our given reference angle is here. This is a special symbol. You're going to see it often in trigonometry. This symbol is pronounced theta. T-H-E-T-A. Theta. So, going from this from any right angle triangle in trigonometry, I always like to begin with the hypotenuse. So in this triangle, which is the hypotenuse? And then after that, I'd like to find the opposite. And then the adjacent. So we need to know from this reference angle, where are these positioned? Well, the hypotenuse you should already know, and that wherever the 90 degree angle is, a little bug there, is a 90 degree angle is, if we look across or we look opposite to that angle, this side here is the hypotenuse. So we'll put the letter C as the hypotenuse. Now, when it says opposite, it is referring to the side opposite the angle or the reference angle we are given. So from our reference angle, which side is opposite the reference angle? Best way to understand this is which side, let's get a pencil, which side is furthest away from the reference angle? Is it this side or is it this side? Which side is furthest away from theta? It is side A. So the opposite side is A, which means the adjacent side is the one closest to our given angle, which means the adjacent side to theta is B. I'm going to start going through this now, and I'm going to give you a chance to do the same here. I'm going to write these down. I want you to find the hypotenuse. I'm going to put it shorthand as height. The shorthand for the opposite is op, and the shorthand for adjacent is ADJ, adj. So which side is the hypotenuse, which side is the opposite from a reference angle, and which side is adjacent to the reference angle? I'm going to give you a moment to give this a go. And you can pause the video if you need more time, but the hypotenuse is opposite the 90 degree angle. So Z or Z is the hypotenuse. Opposite from this angle, by the way, this angle is called phi, P-H-I, phi. Well, the symbol at least. So from here, which side is opposite? Well, it's Y. And that means the adjacent side is the one closest to it, which is x. But I think I have two more angles. Oh, no, four more examples here. I'm gonna pause the video at this point. I want you to give these a go. Okay, I want you to pause the video, and I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we'd like to find the hypotenuse, the opposite, and the adjacent in all of these 4 triangles. So the hypotenuse in this one is the value of 5. Opposite of our angle, which is here, x, angle x, degrees, is 4. So the opposite is 4. And the adjacent is 3. Let's keep this going now. Let's find the hypotenuse, the opposite, and the adjacent. So which side here is opposite? Which side here is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse here is the letter y. Opposite from our angle A is x, and adjacent to it is 15.5. One more. Let's keep it going. The hypotenuse, the opposite, and the adjacent. Let's find these angles. Let's find these labels. So which side is the hypotenuse in this 90-degree angle? This 90-degree triangle. Well, the hypotenuse is opposite the 90 degree. It's 25. The opposite of our angle, so our given angle here is 20 degrees, is 19. And our adjacent is the value of x. One last example. Let's find the hypotenuse, the opposite, and the adjacent. You can find these in any order that you like, by the way. I always go H-O-A, HOA. So let's find the hypotenuse from this 90-degree angle. The side is 19.6, that there is the hypotenuse. The angle that we've been given is this one here, 58.5. Opposite that is 16.6. And the adjacent to this value is 10.3. That concludes the video, and I hope that gave you a good insight into identifying sides from a reference angle. Best of luck!